Okay, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope all the dads had a great Father's Day. I know that was nice to take a little break to have all of my kids here with me, so that was fun. But now it's back to work. We have so much exciting things going on. So if you work on FlexCast, I'm gonna just tell you right now, you need to go and watch that on the YouTube channel. We made some announcements. We're gonna talk about those here in just a minute. But also we just had some really incredible things that we'll talk about. This highlight tonight, but you need to go back and watch them. So as always, make sure you're getting to the Flex Connection and making sure that your new people getting in are also getting there. It's going to be super important as new versions roll out that we have those places where people can immediately go to get a question answered. There's no reason to go make a ticket if you can just go to a community that the community can answer that for them. And we have incredible moderators, and we are always monitoring that as well. So make sure they are getting to the Flex Connection group on Facebook. Now, as I said before, we had an incredible FlexCast, and it was great because, as you may have known, is that our version 2 features are starting to be pushed into our demo accounts, and we're bringing some folks in to give it a test ride. And we've done it for 2 weeks now. And this week, we got to bring in a couple. Next week, we're going to bring in a couple more that are going to show you what they're doing, how they're using it, what they think about it, and just walking you through what they're doing to create actual products with RUBI version 2. And so this week, we had Heidi Wild, and she did just how to get Personify. If you haven't seen or heard about Personify, it's completely changed. Version 2 is unbelievable. And it has so many new features that it by itself is easily worth every dime of even the top package here. And so she went through Personify, she went through IntelliChat, how to use anchoring inside of IntelliChat, where you can upload a PDF and query directly against that. She also showed you how to go and create blogs. I mean, so much stuff that she went through. So you're going to want to go and pick up that information on FlexCast Replay in YouTube. Then we also had Cindy Marshall, and Cindy Marshall came in, and let me just tell you, I'm going to talk about it here in a minute, but every person will find their niche inside of RUBI because RUBI is so expansive and it has so many microservices and applications inside of it that you're going to find one that you just are drawn to. And what Cindy Marshall did when she initially got this product, it was crazy. She just fell in love with RUBI music. And I just know that everybody that we've ever shown this to gets in with RUBI music, and it's contagious. It's so fun to be able to go and create your own music. And it's not just instrumentals, but to be able to go in and create true songs. You might want to go see how Cindy Marshall was doing that. But it's exciting to see people get super excited about what there is, because it might be that you're wanting to use IntelliChat and just get so much information and resources and insights and just create content. To be able to do that, there's no place better in the world to do that than in IntelliChat with our anchoring. And then you go and you look at Personify to make sure that you're not wasting your time creating content that nobody's going to engage with. And so there's so much that's going on. So anyway, a couple other things we showed off just a little bit. We like to give a few screens here and there of things that are coming up that might not be full features, but things that you'll see. So as everybody gets into version 2, this will be every single person, because their first time of logging into version 2, you're going to see a little bit about how to get started, and we're going to get a little bit of information. But you're also going to be subjected to projects. And so if you haven't learned about Canvas Plus and projects, that's going to be one of the things that you'll see as soon as you hit the create button up here. You're going to get to create a new project. And we also showed off for the first time our project manager and how that works. All of your files, everything that you've done is controlled through the asset manager, and the project manager controls the projects. And so in version 2, you can create projects, keep all of your assets that you've created and use to maybe make that final product all in one place, so that you can literally just go open that project back up. All of those files are then available to you to make a tweak and then render it back out, and you don't have to start all over. Huge, huge part of it. Now, in Flexonomics, we also did a little bit, and I wanted to go through this, especially tonight, because it's super important as we start to get closer to the release of version 2. To understand how to pitch this, because one of the things you have to realize is that we are a huge application, right? We have so many features and so many things that it can do that it can literally be exhausting just explaining it all, and it'll be overwhelming how much information's there. So what you have to learn to do is learn the product. So you need to learn the product. As an influencer, you need to know all the things it can do. But that doesn't give you the ability to just run out and tell everybody everything it can do. I think it's about listening to the people that you're talking to, and then being very niche oriented in how you're marketing that. You might want to go after people who are just interested in music for this week. And maybe next week, you're going to go and be very niche focused on content creation. And maybe next week, it's just on video, whatever it is that you can do. But if you listen to people when you talk to them, they're going to tell you everything about it. And I like to try to sum up everything that RUBI is in 2 lines. Number one, it's where imagination comes to life. Literally anything that you can ever think of, you can create. So it's like, that's the first line. And the second line is that we're just the most powerful, value-driven AI platform in the world. Anything that you want to do with one low subscription, all in one place for the best content delivery, because you don't have those workflow breaks that destroy the flow of creativity. Now, we also want to talk about our 4 patent pending pieces that are inside of RUBI that extend its capability, which is IntelliChat, Personify, Closer, and Canvas Plus. Though there's 3 of them that are coming out in version 2. Closer will come back in the 3rd quarter. And so these are little things you can do. We can talk about brand purpose if you want to, about how we created this. Why did we create RUBI? And it was to democratize AI so that everybody in the world could have it, could afford it, and could do the best there is. You know, there's so many people out there who don't even know that you can do, music with AI. They don't even know that you can create images with AI because it's still new. It may not be new to you, and you might think that you've known it for a year. There are hundreds of millions of people who have no clue what this can do and how it can change their life. So I encourage everybody just to go through as a brand influencer and just learn all the key features. Learn about Personify. Why is it important? Go learn about Canvas Plus. This is super big. You never have to leave to go put anything together, whether it's a video, whether it's an audio clip, whether it's a document, a PDF file, whatever it is that you're wanting to create and post, all of it's done in Canvas Plus and then pushed directly to wherever it is that you want to deliver that, whether it be Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, it doesn't really matter. If it's a reel or if it's a post, it doesn't matter. All of that can be built inside of Canvas Plus, utilizing all the assets that we have, plus any assets that you want to bring in. You might already have some stuff that you want to bring in, and you can do that as well. Spy, it's a huge deal. Make sure that you understand that you need to know that your content's unique and not being plagiarized, and that it's going to be found on an AI detection system. And of course, we have Ghost to put that content into humanization and to pass underneath the AI detection softwares. We have Extract that's gathering that information to add fuel to your content. And of course, we're going to put all that content together inside of IntelliChat. And of course, our RUBI Virtual Studio brings in our image lab with the 4 largest AI image engines in the entire world. Our audio lab with the best text-to-speech, speech-to-speech, and over 1,000 voices already created with voice design and voice cloning all built in. And of course, RUBI Music, both instrumental and with your vocals. All of that's incredible. And then the last thing I think I just wanted to make sure everyone understood is that while you're trying to build this business and you're trying to talk to people, you're going to find things that it's going to pique their interest. You might know something about them, and you might have to start to learn to ask some questions about what they're doing or how they're doing things or what they enjoy doing, and how you could find a solution to whatever it is they're trying to do, or maybe they have an interest in. But don't forget that people join companies and they do businesses for a lot of different reasons. Money is just one of them. And most of the time, to be honest, for 90% of the people, it's not even the money. They do it because it's a community. They do it because they can be part of something bigger. And that's where selfless is a big part of our life. You know that it's a huge part of me and what I want to accomplish in my lifetime is to build the community, go out and fight human trafficking, and do that through our Web3 ecosystem called Selfless. Don't forget that this is a big part of who we are at the core. This is not a cause marketing play, but it is a way that someone can be part of something bigger than themselves. And just by purchasing and using Ruby, they can actually be living a life of significance. So that's all included in there. And then, of course, don't ever forget that the saying says we're the most powerful value-driven AI platform in the world because we are. Starting at just $20, you'll see that now we have a Premium Plus package that's going to be rolling out. That's $100. Guys, every single feature that we have, it's a major microservices in there. Now, we do have some Premium and Premium Plus features only that are found there, but it's not to stop you from doing the basic microservice. Take Personify, for instance. Personify has an incredible thing called Persona Crossover and a blended persona. To create those two things, you need to be a Premium or Premium Plus member to do that. Why do we do this? Well, because number one, it adds more value. Number two, we spend a lot more money in building this and getting those features in, and we think that it deserves it. And at the end of the day, it's also a way if people are really truly are building down deep and like an ad agency, they're going to want those different pieces, and it's not a big deal. In fact, I don't see how anybody that understands everything that we bring into this package is not on Premium or Premium Plus anyway. And so anyway, that's all there. We had an incredible flexing call, but one of the things I want to do right now is I want to talk about July the 7th. And if you guys have been in the chat, I also want to make sure that the chat's aware. I put in hashtag July 7th. Make sure that you push that in if you haven't done it yet, because we're going to do 2 drawings for 50 credits each, just to have a little fun here and celebrate what the announcement is that's coming out on July 7th is when we are going to be releasing version 2. And it's this Sunday. We'll put all the details in to when we'll do the actual full launch on Sunday, so you can book it off and be there and reserve a place. But that's the day that we're going to make it available to the world. And so, we want to make sure that you guys are a part of that. Now, we're also going to be doing some really cool promotions running up to that. And so that's one of the things that we'll be able to do, and why these calls are super important, that you are getting to them. And then you're also seeing these really cool announcements like, hey, we're going to go live on July 7th. Something that's pretty cool and something you might want to know if you're trying to go build this business. So our little chance to recognize the people who were a part of our FlexCast over the weekend and part of our amazing part this week. So one of the things I've been doing in Flexing, and I've been finding images that I just love in the Flex Connection. Be sure to post stuff up that you're creating, push it up there in the Flex Connection. I'm going through there every week and I'm just finding somebody that I can go find a great picture. And I thought this face swap was incredible by Heidi Wild. It just happened to be, she was on there this week as well. And so we honored her for day. Happy Father's Day again. I hope everyone had a great Father's Day. I know it was an amazing weekend. Thursday night, make sure you get people on the Vision Cast. It's great to see how version 2 is working. It's a very good pitch. You need to get them there so they can start to see what they're going to have their hands on. Guys, it's time to go build your business. It's time to go do it. If you're going to go build, it's now or never. It's just pretty much about that, as blunt as it's getting, because people are coming in. They're going to build this business, and pretty soon you're going to start seeing that the people that you know are now coming in with other people because you didn't have it, out there on the line already with them, and they're going to come in with other people. And I don't want that to happen for you. You guys are the ones that have come through this from the very beginning. You have positioned us to get to this point. Don't be the one that positioned it for somebody else. Position it for you. Don't let what you've done over the last 9 months not pay off for you because you've waited. And the way that our comp plan works, it takes one person, guys. It takes one. You might find that one person that brings in 80,000. You might find the one person that brings in 5,000. And you don't know who they are. Because the person you thought would be the home run may do nothing. And the person that you thought would do nothing or never would be interested in this turns out and drops in 80,000 people that you can learn to make commissions on. Now, this is why it's important. But you have to know the basics of this business, and you have to talk. You have to promote it. You have to get excited about it. And if you're not, somebody else will. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll play a little bit of music coming out. This is all music obviously built in our great RUBI music. Have a great week. Start building, start getting people ready. We'll give you more information as we go through the week on July 7th rollout. And we also are going to start pushing out our social media next week. And so you will be able to also take assets that we're bringing to you next week and push them out to help promote the launching of version 2. That means that everybody can start to go out and promote it in the new look, the new feel, even new content that's been created and how you can do it in just 30 seconds. Those are the things that are coming to you next week for your social media drive. Start driving now, get people going. Have a great week. Let's make it an amazing week. And we will talk to you on Thursday night.